Hey guys, welcome back. This is Kid Headshot. I've just thought I would bring you another video, and this time it's going to be a PS5 Pro unboxing and first impressions. I'm quite sorry that it's been a little while since I've uploaded a video, but I've been obviously very busy with life, full-time job and children. But I thought, regardless, I would bring some coverage of the PS5 Pro for you. I'm not going to just keep this to myself. So I've literally just unboxed this for the first time for the video, as you can see in the video, and the unboxing experience is very similar to what you get on a base PS5 or the PS5 Slim. So you're going to have an outer layer to the box, and then you have an inner box that is just plain white with a PlayStation logo on it, and that is literally it. Also, you get a difficult time to get into the box. That's free from Sony. No need for purchase. So if you are lucky enough to get into the inner box without ripping the outer box, then congratulations. You are a technology geek. You don't want to damage your boxing. So as I said before, it's literally a PlayStation logo, plain white box. And as I open up the box, you're going to see in the top of the box some accessories. First one we're going to see here is a power cable, and also you're going to see some feet for the bottom of the PlayStation. When it's laid flat, it's going to be the bottom. So if you have your PlayStation laid flat, here are the feet that you need to place in the center of the console so that it doesn't wobble. But it will still wobble, but it just won't wobble as much. So another kind of pointless endeavor, but some people like to have their console in the horizontal position. So there you go. There's the power cable, and then if you open up the box a little bit more, you're going to see some more accessories. You're going to see a HDMI cable and a USB Type-C to Type-C cable. These two cables are, pretty straightforward. HDMI 2.1 and a Type-C to Type-C cable to sync your controller to the console and to also charge it. Also, you will get one controller in the box for a standard unboxing. So it's the same controller as before, nothing different here. Until the PS6, I would imagine, because we've literally had 3 consoles now on this generation. The OG PS5, the Slim, and now the Pro. And there will be no more consoles for this generation until the next generation. So as you can see here, we've got the main course, so to speak. You've got the typical 2 bits of cardboard, cocooning the console in the middle so it doesn't get any damage. You've got instruction manuals. How to install the SSD, because you still have the option to install an M.2 drive. This tells you how to take the faceplates off. So which is kind of handy. Not everyone knows it's quite a scary experience, trying to take those faceplates off. And then also what you'll have in here is the specifications on one of the instruction manuals, which is interesting to have. So if you want to pause the video now, have a quick look at that, feel free to do so. One more instruction manual. Okay, so the main course. So as you're going to see in a few seconds, that this design language that Sony is using is pretty coherent across the board. So whether you're looking at the old PS5 or the PS5 Slim or this PS5 Pro, they all share very similar design language, but there's just subtle changes across, you know, each model. And this PS5 Pro is somewhere in the middle between the size of the OG PS5 and the PS5 Slim. So this PS5 has 3 black stripes on the side, which is quite interesting, as opposed to the one that you get on the PS5 Slim. It has removable faceplates, just like the Slim and the OG, but it just has more, 4 in total. And then the back of the console is very similar to design to the 2 other models as well. So you can just see you got your HDMI 2.1, your Ethernet port, and then your 2 USB Type A connectors. Looking at the side of the console, it's got a lot less depth than what you find on the PS5 OG. It's very similar width to the PS5 Slim, and then it's a little bit taller, so it's pretty much the same height as the PS5, the OG PS5, pretty much the same height. So like I said, it's in between the size. It's slimmer than the original PS5 as well. So as you can see, I have a controller next to the console, so you can get some idea of scale. So what do I think of this machine so far? I think it's a great machine when it comes to hardware. I think they've built it really well, just like every PlayStation 5 that's been built so far. You know, I think the cooling solution is cool. I think, you know, having liquid metal is really cool across all 3 consoles. And, you know, just the general futuristic kind of alien sort of design, I think is pretty cool overall. Hardware, I think, if you look back to the PS4 and the PS4 Pro, the PS4 Pro was around 4.2 teraflops and the standard PS4 was around 1.84 teraflops. So PS4 Pro was about twice the teraflops of the standard PS4. But this time round, the PS5 Pro is only, you know, 6 teraflops more than the base 10.5 teraflops on the standard PS5. So I think they cheaped out a little bit. They could have given us 21 teraflops or 22, so we get a good, at least double the teraflops. But, you know, they have brought in PSSR, which is Sony's own version of like NVIDIA's DLSS, and this, you know, has been known to be really good for, you know, upscaling low resolutions to 4K. So do I think the hardware will be strong enough to be able to give us any tangible differences in graphic fidelity? Yeah, I think so. I think it will be a fair uplift in graphic fidelity if done right, but they're going to have to squeeze every drop out of this machine to be able to achieve that. So it is slightly frustrating that they have you know, given us such as, you know, it could have been the same pattern as before. It would have made a lot more sense. Double is always a good thing when it comes to upgrades. But hey, I've looked at a couple of the games so far. I've looked up, there are like 55 games plus at the moment, at the time of me filming this video. So we have 55 plus PS5 Pro optimized games. I've only managed to play 3 of them in the last 48 hours. And that is Dying Light 2, as well as Horizon Zero Dawn, and I think it's just 2 games, to be honest. Yeah, I did play Returnal, but that's not part of the list. So what are my first impressions just based off those two games? I will follow up on this video, you know, and look at some more PS5 Pro optimized games. But just looking at those two games, there is a good improvement when it comes to graphic fidelity with those games. So obviously you've got Dying Light 2 looks so much better. It needed that extra power. So Dying Light 2 is really doing really well. You know, if you got that game running in balance mode, it looks almost like just 4K upscaled basically at 60 FPS, and it's super smooth and everything just looks amazing. So Dying Light 2, great example. And then you've got Horizon Forbidden West, which is another good example where you can see they've put some work in to try and squeeze every ounce of power you can get out of the machine. So yeah, I think it's a good machine, but I don't think it's worth the price point. So what I would say is that the hold out, if you've got a PS5, you've got a standard PS5, there's no need to upgrade. Just hold out until there's a price drop, because it will price drop, because it will not be as popular as the baseline console. So there will be a price drop maybe on the second-hand market, and I'll say pick one up maybe second-hand later on, or if there's like a price drop brand new, I'll say pick one up later on. There's no rush, but yeah, if you really want to see like a crazy improvement, then you need to go PC. If I'll be honest, and I know some people might give me some stick in the comments, but that is just the reality of the situation. But hopefully there will be some really good optimizations and improvements with the PS5 Pro optimized games, and then it will be worth it. But I just think the price point, I think the machine is fine, the games are fine when they're optimized well, but I just think they need to look at that price point, you know, drop it down by £100 at least, and then yeah, I have no qualms. So thank you for watching, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and peace.